Alright. Sorry if today's stream is gonna be a little bit laggy. I've had some issues recently with the Wi-Fi, so yeah, we're gonna see how well this goes today. My hopes are not high. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna be finishing this today. And possibly getting the bad ending. I don't know if the memories are like super important to the ending of this game, and like getting the true ending or the good ending or something. But if they are, then if they were like a central theme or thing, I guess. It's not looking great for me, because I did a little digging on Steam today, and I've only gotten like 3 of the memories I've seen so far, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. So I did this, which I got to the point where the first chance to get a memory is. So if it doesn't work out, then I can just hop back there. We'll do a little extra playthrough and try and get all the memories. Does that sound good? Alright. Let's get into this. Wakefulness. Again. Or 4. Technically, since this is a memory. What? Where am I? I was back in the monolith, in front of the matron's chamber. I didn't remember how I got there. Was I carried? Teleported? Was the nightmare I just went through all a bad dream? I desperately hoped for that. Hello? Is anyone there? I think so. Where did that buzzing come from? Did I hear something unlock here too? I looked to the door. Was I being instructed to go in? I resolved to check. Oh boy. This is not good. It was open. Something deep inside of me was belting out in desperation, begging, pleading with me to not step through the door. And like a fool, I did it anyways. And yet, something even grander compelled me to continue. And so, I did. Quite the decor here. My eyes struggled to truly take in the sight before me. I was in a room that was alive, living, writhing architecture that took the shape of walls and ceilings, pulsating masses that maintained rigidity, and yet desperate to wiggle like worms after the rain. Yeah, this is... What's that? Is that a story, or am I just making this up, where it's like a human chair or something? It was just like a chair made of actual flesh. Kind of giving off those kind of vibes. The room smelled of iron, pus, and excrement of a nature that I did not know and hoped to never know. I gazed upon the abominable architecture. I was unable to blink. This feels like a Junji Ito story. God, I love his work. That's when I see them. There, slumped against the wall. Am I supposed to be sitting here? Oh, there's that Puck's marriage. Without their eyes. I want to scream, but my body refuses to cooperate. At first, their stillness convinced me that they were dead. They were just there, lying against the wall, bodies limp, mouths slack with dried spit around George's lips were even trembling a little. He's whimpering.
My dear child, you finally arrived.
That part of that was just disgusting noise, and yet I understood. The noise had come before me, come from behind me. I slowly turned, fighting my body the whole way. It knew what sat behind my back was something so dreadful that ignorance of it seemed like paradise. As I finally turned around, my eyes saw for the first time a glimpse at the true reality which existed confidently in stark contrast to my perception of it. Ugh. In front of me, at the center of the room, the flesh stood an abhorrent, towering thing of meat with horrible spindly appendages and crimson black eyes that made my soul feel puny.
Does you just slip your tongue? What feeling does the sight of your progenitor inspire inside you?
See, I had a hunch. I had a hunch. Who are you?
You know the answer to that question.
I mean, maybe. I did, actually. I just did not want to say it and make it real. You're the Mother Matron, aren't you?
Correct. You always were clever.
The nightmare leans that wrinkled mass approximating a head towards me. Its eyes squint at me, and sickly warm air flows and disappears and bursts in front of me. Though, from what orifice I do not know. Is it smelling me?
You reek of fear. Oh, confusion.
There's no mouth on the beast, but I can almost sense a smile forming somewhere in what should be its incomprehensible expressions.
And delectable terror. Round inside your soul. Run away. Run away from the horrid monster.
Roll yourself into a pit of acid. Raisins of soul to adventure the step. It's delightful.
So she's the one that's like eating all the people that have been sent down here and feeding off the fear of those who survive or something. I take tepid steps back from the thing. I clutch my hands tight together in a futile attempt to quell her trembling. What are you?
You know that answer as well, though you are unable to put it into words. Allow me. I was there when Mother and Father Darkness gave birth to the sun. I am the substance of the dark, the razors at the edge.
How did you survive when the sun lands? Without me, the joy would be meaningless.
Your kind are quick to forget, quick to shun everything I am. I will teach you all the truth.
It is you.
Everywhere you turn, I will be there. Crack open your skull, and I will be there. Crawl out the walls, sucking on the milk of your misery. Until the silence comes, and all that you are has gone dark.
I would appreciate it if you didn't do that. I hated everything I was hearing, everything I was seeing. I had to do something. I had to move, get out now. I had to do something. I don't know. Gonna save there. Alright, what could I do? Surrender, nothing, or die. I mean... This is probably the best option, to be fair. I can't move. My brain and my heart are screaming out to move, but nothing happens.
Oh, what's the matter? Can't seem to move.
Yeah, you don't say. I was screaming to my body, do something, literally anything. Please, 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 can't save her, you vermin. My body begins to tremble. My legs feel like they've just become boneless and boneless jelly in fear. I fall to my knees.
So many things you would love to try. So many things you wish you tried before. Is that all you little vermin can do when grief and misery overwhelms you?
And I don't know if I got a chance to say this, but like, the voice acting in this game is really, really good so far. Well, I mean, probably right at the end, but it's been so damn good. All of these people are really talented. I struggled, screamed, pleaded with the unseen powers that could deliver me from the Mother Matron's clutches. I am begging you with all that I am, please save me, please save me, please save me. I'm trying a futile effort. No, I want to save her. You can't, not even through old saves. Please let me help her. I'm trying, man. But nothing happens. I lost myself. Lost control. Did I ever have it to begin with? I wonder. My body moves on its own. I curl into a ball, wrapping my arms tightly around my knees, trying to make myself as tiny as possible. Hot, salty tears are running down my face. My teeth are clattering.
Yes, that's right. Become what you were when you entered the world. A sniveling little babe. Fresh meat for wolves. Fresh meat for the rats. For the beasts below. Your mother saw something in you back then, you know. When you were first born. Her eyes glowed like starlight at the thought of you. She was ready to die for your sake.
Yeah, so I think Lizzie is the baby from Loretta, I think her name was. That's my guess, at least. I haven't gotten all the memories, so I don't know that much detail, but that's my current theory. Perhaps you could say it's even a game theory. I'm sorry. My mother? That's right. I've never even thought about it, but I had to have been born somehow. How did my life even start here? A pause.
Would you like to know how?
I'm guessing you killed her or something like that. Is this information I really need to know? It feels like the answer is something that I will never be able to unhear, no matter how desperately I would like to. It might be the worst thing anyone could ever say to me. But does my curiosity overwhelm my trepidation? Should I hear about how my mom died? You might as well. Unable to utter a word, I simply nod, trembling, unsure of my reasons.
I threw her to the ground and peeled the skin off her body into thin strips, layer by layer.
I retracted her to remove that soul.
I tore her breasts off and threw them aside like the rind of peeled fruit. I tore off her nails, one by one, and then burned them in her flesh.
I don't think this is how you prepare a chicken.
I need to tell you and steal her organs. I sucked her heart out of her throat and swallowed it like a rotten grape.
I crushed her bones into the center of her body. The bones cracked and splintered, and marrow and blood and juices splashed all over the room.
One of her eyes was so powerful.
And then I picked you up and took you home. The pity, though, her misery tasted stale. Was it worth the effort? You always smelled delicious. Out of all my cattle, you've always had the most savory aroma.
Cattle?
Have you not realized?
Yeah, see, I'm so smart, you guys. That can't be.
You grow in my pastures, and suffer silently all your lives, until you're ripe. The best of you are sent to the crepuscule. The mid-grade dies to the beasts, and then the high grade makes its way to me. By then, you're succulent and dripping with misery and grief.
We're just here to suffer for this thing's own sick pleasure and amusement. Were the hallucinations her doing too? But then, everything we were doing, what was it for? But what about the womb of paradise?
Forgive me, child, but I cannot contain my appetite any longer. I was finished.
I cried for help, but no answer. That day, my mother embraced me. An inordinate amount of time passes. I was gone from myself. Things went dark. Then things went even darker. My senses of the world were ripped in twain. And then back again, all in an instant. From the dark has come a new world, even slimier and bloodier than the one I left. A massive chamber of red flesh, marbled with fat and cartilage, illuminated faintly by a light that seems to be penetrating the membrane from the outside. The ground is puddled with saliva and stomach acid and amniotic fluid. I feel like a specter now, separate from my own body, bearing witness to a different person in a different place, suffering a horrible fate I'd wish upon no one. But the body is me, unmistakably so, standing there dumbly, staring at the bizarre place. Then, descending from a puckering hole in the ceiling, came a monstrosity even worse than the last. Something in my core has me convinced that if the Mother Matron was to have anything resembling a true physical form, it would be the monstrosity before me. At least, it's a part of its true form. It clearly extends beyond the sphincter in the ceiling. To my horror, the thing can speak.
Because you're too interesting. You know, you always were my favorites. Mother would like to offer you a gift. A choice. One that has seldom been granted. You know, I think you end up there. No matter what you've done, what could have been, all roads will lead to you. I built it that way from the very moment you were born. This is the only life that's meant for you. I will embrace you inside this womb of happiness. You are joining your other siblings, resting inside my walls. Click the body essences of suffering and anxiety.
Yeah, I had a hunch this thing would use, like, pregnancy as horror. And I was right. Again. Her goal from the start. Surely.
I can undo them. The womb of happiness is essential place. It's a birth new growth. Through heart own times.
It's gonna rip apart all my saves and I'm not gonna have any progress, huh?
I can create a world which never existed. And all of this will be forgotten. The one behind the glass might never forget. But you, all the pain melted down, and would feel the miserable forward. Will have never happened. The sweet sucker of non-existence will be yours, and yours alone.
In other words, my existence was always meant to be suffering eternally, just for this horrible creature in front of me. And if I am to trust its words, then my efforts to live happily were futile. My efforts to fight back and escape were meaningless in the face of a god of misery that engineered a world from the start, just for this. Just so I could have a lunch of my miserable brain. Knowing that would have been easier, would have been better to simply have never existed.
So, will you choose?
Good question. Well, you know, neither of these seem like good options. I guess we'll start with this, because this seems like the worst option.
Others will wait for you.
Alright. Take me away, Mommy. Promise? And then, unconsciousness. And that's where the memories run dry. If time still works how I'm used to, I'm in the present tense. Somehow, after things went dark, I ended up in this room.
No, it's not just a room.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's a room.
Oh, this is all part of... Ooh.
The room where I was born. Maybe just one that feels similar. Were the memories elucidating? Did they give me all the puzzle pieces that mattered? Maybe you figured something out that I can't. Not like you can tell me, I suppose. Would understanding it all really bring me peace anyways? Maybe. It wouldn't change the reality, though. The reality that from the moment I was born, I was in the clutches of a monstrosity that desired nothing more than to see me suffer. Me, and many others just like me. Just as innocent and sad. under the talons of a god that wants to bleed us dry and melt our brains with suffering. All my existence is, and ever could be, is an endless torrent of pain and misery. The positive moments were simply reprieves. I could fight all I want, but in the end, what am I? A tunnel rat running for its life through a maze with no exit. An ant under the boot of a god. Knowing that now, would I have rather never existed at all?
I mean, probably. But I'm trying to get like the worst ending first so that I can go back and get all the memories and then figure out every secret and stuff like that, so sorry.
No. No, I'm happy I existed.
That's good. You know, it's better, what's the quote? Better to have lived and loved than to never loved at all or something.
Maybe happy isn't
Loved
the
and
right
lost.
word. Content? Maybe that's more accurate. Being alive is, at least to me, about two things. Avoiding death and avoiding misery. And yet, they always come.
Yeah, death is kind of unavoidable. We are all born just so we can die.
I reach my hand to my eyes. They are gone. And yet, I still see. All living things will die. And their happiness cannot be appreciated without a contrast of sadness to give it value. The future might seem like nothing but a dark cloud on the horizon. But you have to keep trying. If I had never existed, I wouldn't have met my friends. Janine and Katie, Rich, even Pucks. I wouldn't have gotten to eat food that was so delicious I wanted to cry. I wouldn't have gotten to feel proud learning to sew and making my sweater. I wouldn't have gotten to read those books that touched my heart and made me feel like going on a magical adventure. So many little things that seem small and meaningless on a grand scale, but to me were everything. I chased the hope that I would find more moments and experiences like that. And even in this womb of pain, where happiness dies, where a meat tube is attached to the base of my neck, sucking at the fluids.
Girl.
Where my body grows heavy like stone, being drained of everything that made busy. Maybe here, there's still something. Maybe there's a beyond that's wonderful and incomprehensible, but reserved for those who take on the burden of existence. Maybe the Mother Matron was right. It's just delectable misery forever. No choice. To try and enjoy it.
Girl, I don't think there's anything enjoyable about this. In a time and place far away in the past, a woman with dark hair, wearing a hospital gown, stands in a nursery room. She's covered in blood, tired, worn. She's lost a lot of herself along the way here. There's a weapon on the floor, sticky with blood and bodies.
Mommy's here, sweetheart. Mommy's here.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. I mean, but Mommy? Sorry.
I figured out what your name's going to be. Finally.
Also, I knew it was going to be Loretta. That's her mom. I fucking knew it. I called
Lizzie.
it. I fucking called
That's
it.
your name. Better late than never. Right? That was Grandma's name before she passed. She would have loved to meet you. Mom, too. I am so sorry for everything. I've really let you down.
ruined everything for you. For me. I didn't really realize what I was doing until it was too late. I just needed to feel good. To feel something. At first, I thought I came here just to make Mom happy. Stay for a week or two and bail. Tell her it didn't help so she'd stay off my back. But no. I think a part of me really did want to stop. I knew I had to. Even with the cravings and withdrawal. And then he told me about you. And the decision was final. For your sake, or for mine, I'm not sure which. I was gonna stop. I was gonna get off the stuff and fix my life. But I guess my chance for that is long since past. This place, those people, that slimy Mr. Wade. It's not really for us to get better. It's for all of us to get worse.
And this was the start of, like, the cattle, you know?
To wallow in the pain. To never stop hurting. Never stop bleeding. Suffering for the sake of suffering. I came here to get better. They told me that's what it was for. But it was to make me worse. All of us. Worse. That's all life really is, isn't it? Long stretches of misery. Spending all our efforts trying to escape it. Distract ourselves from it. But it's misery all the way down.
I mean, yeah, that's fucking life, baby.
I say that, and yet looking at you, it makes that feel untrue. Maybe what I needed was a reason to care. Something or someone to care for.
Your own mother wasn't enough, she thought to herself. Suddenly having a baby makes you want to be a good person. I mean, that's a pretty good motivator, you know, because you got someone else you actually need to take responsibility for, because a mom is supposed to take responsibility for you, so your mom isn't really going to be a good motivation to, you know, make you want to live. But if you have a kid, I don't know. Children are not always an automatic fix either. Don't have kids if you just want something to fix your life, because that's how you get trauma. That's how you traumatize your children, but, you know, could probably be a good motivation. Every person's different, so. She wasn't entirely sure of the motivations herself. Perhaps simply the weight of responsibility she felt she had now. Responsibility to care for the human being that didn't choose to be made. The one that had to be made to exist and suffer the consequences. She would change things now. She would do whatever she could to right every wrong. She'll do that for her sweet mother and her daughter and herself.
Misery be damned. I'm not done trying. You're in danger, and I'm getting you out of here. You're going home, Lizzie, with Mommy.
Suddenly. So maybe she wasn't lying about how your mom dies. Reese Bridger, you did a fucking phenomenal job, sorry. Meeting Marissa, you did a great job too. Interesting. I'll give it that. Oh shit. There's a special thing for the Dead Meat podcast. Holy shit. Alright. Well, that was interesting. That was shockingly good. I'll give it that. Yeah, that was cool. That was really fun. Alright. Now comes the fun part. Doing all that all over again. I'm gonna see if there's any difference if you get all the memories. And this is where it starts. Because when I went left, you're supposed to go right. Well, good news and bad news. Touch my pee-pee. Something terrible is going to happen. Wow. Yeah, your mother is going to have shark. Ghost with a gun. I love that. Animal Crossing for life. Shit. Did this make you feel cool? As in day. I'm sorry I lost my mind. Thank you for everything. Oh, it's kinda sad, actually. Good news. The place on the right path has some light I can see. Bad news? It's a dead end. Fantastic luck on my part. Lots of things to look at here, though. This was the kind of artwork I expected to see earlier. Just absolute mountains of scribbles and scrawls. Some intricate and beautiful, others inelegant and blunter than a hammer. Yeah, the ghost with a gun is really quite intricate and beautiful. Some people find this stuff ugly and repulsive. I can't understand why. I don't understand why either. Some graffiti is really pretty. I want to do it someday. I can understand why, but at the same time, there's an incredible amount of honesty in it. Even in its inelegance, there can be something beautiful to it. The pure desire to make a mark on the world and have someone recognize it. To have someone recognize a pure expression of you, or at least a part of you. Or maybe it's all just scribbles on the wall, and I'm reading deeply into nothing. I'm not sure what message I'm to glean from the ghost with a gun. Actually, it's supposed to be about that there's a ghost with a gun. I know. Symbolism. I could probably think of some meanings if I had time to think on it. I don't know. I don't get to talk to that many people, so maybe that's why I'm drawn to do facements like this. It's like I'm getting to chat with strangers. Hearing the most important things on their mind right at the moment they were here. Yeah, like your mother is going to happen. Impeccable. Something terrible is going to happen. Your mother matron forever. Avocado for life. That looks relatively fresh. Your mother's gonna happen. Touch my pee-pee. Okay, maybe I wouldn't want to meet some of these people. Something in the sink catches my eye. A twinkle from the light shining in through the window. Razor blade. Rusty. Why do I find this so interesting? I want to pick it up for some reason. Don't do it, Lizzie. No. Don't do it. No! Reaching my hand towards it, something in the air, an ugly buzz that hovers just above the quiet, a tremor in the air around my hand. Before I can pull back, I've already picked up the razor blade. A bathroom in an apartment complex on the wrong side of town. A bathroom in disrepair. A woman with dark, messy hair has some white tablets in a plastic bag. She delicately pulls one from the bag and stares at it. A slurry of feelings are resting in her stomach. No blinking. Her hand trembling slightly. The feeling of tiny ants hopping on and off her body, crawling around with their prickly little feet. For a long moment, she simply stares at the tablet. Then a part of her wakes up. The part of her that was born years ago during a party that went down to the annals of history of her mind. A place and a time that will never come again. Not even processing her actions, the girl has taken the razor blade, dulled with duct tape, that she keeps in her pocket. She removes the tape on the razor. She proceeds to chop a section off of the tablet. She uses a ceramic toothbrush holder to crush it into a powder. Beautiful, pure snow, resting atop a bathroom countertop that has not been cleaned in months. Girl, don't do it. No. Cease and desist. Using a straw she procured from a fast food joint earlier in the day, she proceeds to huff the powder directly into her nostril. Flame in the nasal cavity. She shuts her eyes as they roll back into her skull. The crackling fire turns into a rapid onset of rapturous ecstasy. But it's not enough. She crushes up some more. Snort. A touch of bliss licks her consciousness, and then nothing. She's on the edge. She can feel it just a little more. Snort, snort, cough, sputter, cough. Was that enough? No. More. One last tablet. For sure this time. The process repeats, and it's up her nose before she can comprehend how much has gone up there already. And then, there it is. She no longer feels like she's in a filthy bathroom. She feels like she's ascending. She passes by Icarus, and then the sun. She waves at angels on heaven's door. The vacuum of space welcomes her with open arms. The night sky behind her eyes that comes with the drugs in her system. Feeling that everything is fine. The party is back on, music loud and thumping. And then the girl loses balance. She stumbles and falls headfirst into the door with a loud bang. She is jittering like a roach in the beach. Someone's banging on the door. She cannot say a word. I feel so strange. My head is swimming. What just happened to me? Did I black out? Is this that thing that I heard about when you're so tired you start to dream while you're awake? Oh, I needed to get a grip. I should keep moving. Make my way back to where I came. Oh, well, we're here. I'm gonna go down the center. I follow the center path and find nothing but pure darkness. Absolutely cannot see a thing. I really wish I brought my lantern. The shadow is encompassing, thick like a sauce. I feel as if I can feel it. It's sticking to me in my clothes. I feel like I'm being soaked to the bone in shade. A firm of black mucus clinging to my clothes and skin, and yet I feel compelled to keep moving. And so I walk, and 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 walk. Suddenly, light. Faintly from dying bulbs mounted on the wall, but light nonetheless. This place certainly could use some color. I really don't like it here. Girl, the entire world has been nothing. There's no color except for that. The tunnel from what I can see, the tunnel continues forward. Where should I go? I mean... we'll keep following this. That doesn't make any sense. I'm walking straight ahead. How did I get back here? Did I get mixed up in the darkness somehow? I should save. Let's keep going. That doesn't make any sense if I'm walking straight ahead. How did I get back here? Did I get mixed up in the darkness somehow? Keep going. Keep going. There's gotta be something if you do this enough. Right. situation. There's something wrong here. Something's bringing me back here. Somehow it loops on itself. But that wouldn't make any sense at all. I followed a straight path from that concrete junction near the entrance to the apartment. There wasn't any place for it to loop back on itself that I saw. Am I going crazy? Let's keep going. Yeah, there has to be something special, otherwise this wouldn't be here. I keep walking down the hall again and again, thinking that something will change. I really don't know why. It feels kind of automatic, like I'm not even in control of my own actions, just following what my body wants to do on its own. Like I'm some kind of soft machine, clockwork robot that made of meat that can't move its own impulses. At some point, I really should stop and try something different. There's a door over there, I haven't looked at it after all. Just keep going. Just keep going, Lizzie. I'm gonna get the secret. If there is a secret here. I mean, that would have to be, right? Were those symbols always there, or am I starting to lose it walking down this tunnel? I might be starting to lose it, and yet something about this tunnel is so interesting. I just want to be here. I want to keep walking here. The sound is nice. It makes me happy. I feel fulfilled doing this, walking for what feels like days. It's good cardio. No, that's a lie. I genuinely don't like this, but I keep doing it for some reason. Because I'm forcing you. I can't stop doing this. I need to follow the tunnel. I feel like I have to. I'm sure if there was some kind of grand being watching my every move, they'd get quite tired of it, very bored. They beg me to do something else, sorry. No, you're stuck here. We're gonna get this secret, Lizzie. And if you have anything to say on the matter, then speak now or forever hold your peace. Because there has to be something here, if you just keep walking. No, too scary. I don't want to. The door itself isn't scary, but change sure is. I've gotten so comfortable just walking and walking and walking. Why stop? What hurry am I in? I'm obviously just going to experience some awful nightmares in all this. Get killed horribly violently somehow. What's the point? I've decided I'm just gonna keep walking, at least for now. I tell myself that in the near future, though, I'll move on. I will look at the door. I will get on with my life. I will see other opportunities before me. Keep walking, Lizzie. I should probably save. Because there might be something where, like, we'll decide to kill me. Yeah, we're going secret hunting. So we're all gonna sit here, and we're gonna enjoy seeing Lizzie walk down the hall for 30 years. This is what gaming is all about. Just doing... This is the definition of insanity. Isn't it? No, too scary. That's not different. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I certainly am. Is there even anything important here? We'll see. We'll find out. Soon, hopefully. Okay. You know what? I finally snap out of my haze of wandering in circles. I have absolutely no idea what that was about, but fuck, I have to try something different. I haven't even looked at this door the entire time. This could take me back home for all I know. I wander around for what felt like days, weeks, and not once did I touch this door. Fucking insane. I find myself in a massive room of steel. Rows of consoles and levers and buttons flashing and blinking all over. What is this place? Award-winning award-winning film director Sid! Quiet back there, I'm watching the new Dead Meat podcast. They're talking about Manos, Hands of Fate 8, Targo in Space. Can you believe Galaxical Pictures turned that stinker into a cinematic universe? I have to watch this right now before it gets copyright striked. How many times have I told you about, hey, wait a minute, you're not supposed to be back here? Sitting there in the center of the control room, or what I assumed was the control center, was an adorable dog, wearing a sweater and sipping coffee from a cardboard cup. No, you're supposed to be on set, you've ruined the illusion. I thought I was so careful. Ugh, my masterpiece is ruined. My magnum opus kaput. You're telling me a fucking dog made this game? We spent so much money. Do you know how expensive memory wiping drugs are? No, not to mention how much it took to build all those new sets and to hire those A-list actors. Don't even get me started on the catering. I thought rats would be super cheap, but they're really expensive. And you can't even buy them on Amazon. This is fantastic. I'm so happy we walked down that tunnel so fucking long. At least the spectral effects were working. Like, the monster costumes look fantastic on camera. Lizzie, you're having the baby, or it was. We were making the next Oscar winner. At least barged in her and ruined the whole thing. Where the hell is security? What do I pay them for? What did I pay you for? Lousy method actors insisting on super expensive mind-altering chemicals to bring out the real fear, but first chance she gets, she just wanders into the director's room and ruins the whole thing. Do you realize what you've done? How are you supposed to be afraid of all the big, creepy monsters and things when you know it's all super expensive, highly elaborate, extrovertly directed movie being filmed? Unbelievable, Lizzie. So all this is just a big movie set? It's all fake? And it's being directed by a dog? You know it, baby. You told me a fucking dog directed this game. An award-winning dog. Thank you very much. This game does deserve an award. Just for this. This is insane. Absolute nonsense. There's no fucking way. Toby Fox? Oh no, did I leave the door unlocked? Pucks? What the fuck is happening? Oh jeez, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Director. God, there goes my phone. Sorry, Mrs. Director, I could've swore I locked it. So it was you. How many times do we have to go over this? You have to lock the door every time. Also, the donuts were specially marked directors and adorable dogs only. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Who are you? You were in on this? Yeah. You don't remember me? We were at the casting call. Remember wiping dregs, remember? Doesn't remember much of anything. Her character hasn't met you yet. Oh, right. Method acts are sure are weird. I don't know why you would purposely do that to yourself. I mean, she did win, like, 4 Oscars for her role in Fishin' Impossible, where she swam with bass fish for 3 months to learn their language. Blame the Academy. So none of what's happening to me was real? I was terrified and scared over nothing? And this is in fact just a movie set. You had my film set. Had you really fooled, huh? Darn, we gotta start the whole thing over. Do you know how many weird rich people I let pet me just so I could afford the memory wiping drugs? I just got my fur done too. My fur is too fabulous for this. I guess production for Mother Matron is cancelled for the foreseeable future thanks to method acting. Fuck Jared Leto. This is the worst. None of this makes sense. What kind of ending is this? The absurdity of the situation fries something in my brain. The language centers turn to goo. I fall to the ground in despair. See, they don't even need to have Mother Matron torturing me for all eternity. This is enough. Whoops, get a behind the scene look. This is wonderful. I take it back. That's the best ending. Live Bug's reaction. Love that. God, this is wonderful. Okay. Okay. Going back the way we came. Oh shit. Am I stuck here now? Oh no. Okay. Well then. We're gonna go back here. Oh! I fucked up. That's on me. Well. Sorry. Okay. Well, this stream is quickly going downhill. Damn that dog director. Alright. Well, we are going through so much of this again. Alright. Yes. And go left. Alright. Okay. Is there anything? Yes, there is. Go towards the light. The lit room at the end of the hallway was a dead end. A surprisingly large room with nothing in it. It's probably some kind of storage room. I'm guessing no one's made it their home, though. People kill each other in Bricktown over rooms a quarter of this size. Huh. There was a hole in the wall here, apparently. It's gone now. I fixed it. But did it used to lead somewhere? It doesn't matter now, I guess. I should go back the other way, down that side hall. Nothing for me in this direction. I think that. Excuse me. But then, something catches my eye. Huh. One of those heartbeat listening things? Odd place for Louise to be, though. Maybe Spruce might want it? I should take it with me. Before I can pull back, I've already picked it up. A sterile room. It sits in a nexus for the lost and destitute. A woman sits there, a bundle of nerves. Her eyes scan the room. The walls are barren, save for that strange symbol that the nexus for the lost and destitute has a fixation on. The cabinets on the other side of the room must be full of that shit they inject into you when you overdose. An undo button of sorts, she thinks to herself. The girl ponders how much money must have been spent in vain attempts to prolong the lives of people like herself. People so hopelessly stuck in their own brains or in the cruel chemistry of their own bodies that they cannot help but pursue self-destruction. People who carelessly treat their lives just as disposable as a tissue. People willing to burn every bridge, turn over every stone, leverage every asset, all for just one more time. Hospitals and medicine, as far as Loretta was concerned, were for people far more deserving. People that will actually get better. People actually want to get better, not filth like her. Part of her wish is that her mother had just given up on her, for her own good. Then it would be easier. Then it would be way easier for her Loretta to kill herself in peace, with a cosmic high so strong it would pulverize her soul into shards of glass and fry her brain like an omelet. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? And her useless, selfish little heart could finally rest. That kind of death, or even better, a world where she simply never existed. These kinds of thoughts were medicinal to Loretta. When things were at the worst, she simply could retreat into a reality where she simply never was, and those that she hurt live unsullied, beautiful lives, where every goal was achieved, goals impeded by Loretta's existence. And who knows, maybe she found a place where no one could find her. She could turn this world into the reality yet, with one beautiful explosion of euphoric chemicals that would make rock stars blush. Then her thoughts interrupted. A door opens. A doctor walks in. His face stiff, lips pressed into a small, tight frown. He'd rehearsed in a mirror, but performance anxiety still grips him.
So, what's wrong with me, Doc? Sheena's been saying it's just withdrawal, but this doesn't feel like it. I'm worried it's something worse.
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Loretta, but you're pregnant.
She looks at the doctor, struck with consternation.
What?
You're pregnant. We'll have to do an ultrasound to figure out how long you've been pregnant for. But pregnant all the same.
How is this possible? How could I not know?
It's rare, but still more common than you might realize. It's called a cryptic pregnancy.
I'm guessing that it's when you don't really know when or how you got pregnant. The woman's brain explodes in panic pulses of memory. Dingy rooms, memory of pills, burning nostrils, enough to kill a racehorse. A friend remarks, amazed you're still breathing.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
Would you like me to show you the blood test results?
More memories assault her mind. I don't care if it kills me. It's one less shitty person in the world. It's the only thing that helps anymore. Leave me alone. I'll do whatever you want. I need it. Please. It's my life to ruin, not yours.
Fuck you and your tests. You're lying to me. You're fucking with me.
Loretta, I'm really sorry you had to find out like this, but it's the truth. You're going to have a baby.
That actually does make sense. For Lizzie to be like one of the strongest things for the mother matron to consume because she had an addict for a mother, so babies who are born with people again. Usually if you take like alcohol and drugs and stuff like that when you're pregnant, it can affect your baby's development, so she probably already, I don't know. It's a surprise she was even, like, that smart. Sorry, that, actually, you know what? No, that's really mean, actually. I don't know, it just makes sense, I guess. The doctor's face is stone. He's as serious as he can be.
There's no fucking way.
Do you need a moment to yourself?
Yeah. Yes, please.
The doctor goes to leave. He stops, looking back at the woman for a moment, then he leaves, closing the door behind him. The woman is alone. She feels more alone than she's ever been before. She feels like a brick, drowning slowly. Wow. I think I've gone insane. I'm on the cusp of it. Lovely. Do we even want to try and make sense of what I just saw? Later. In a place that's less creepy than this, preferably. I go back and head down the side hall I walked past before. Okay, and all this I know. I'll examine the room. I might as well get all of them. And we're gonna examine the bathroom. Ugh. This place is filthy. Look at all the grime and dirt. Who used this place last? 1,000 pigs? 2,000? How big were pigs anyways? Can they fit in this room? Probably not. They're surprisingly big. I've never seen one. Read about them before. I hear they can be very stinky. They sound cute though. Some books I read even had illustrations that looked kind of sweet. I kind of wish I could hug one. I smile at the thought before a twinkle on the ground catches my eye. What's that? Reaching my hand towards it, something in the air, an ugly buzz that hovers just above the quiet, a tremor in the air around my hand. Before I can pull back, I've already picked up the object. It's a ripped off fingernail. Ew. Gross. It's a dark, tiled room. The door's locked. The rooms have not been cleaned in days. It sits in the darkest corner of the nexus for the lost and destitute. A girl has been trapped inside this room for just as long, though the mess is not hers. It's the mess of countless others that were here before her. Her clothes are old and in tatters, not hers. Handed down. Uncomfortable and filthy, hardly fit for any human being. The girl holds her torn-off nail in the palm of her hand, her index finger burning with pain. The girl's been pounding her fist against the locked door and the tiled wall next to it for hours. Blood is dripping and splashing at her toes. Her nails are chipped and bleeding from scratching at the walls like a furious cat. One was torn off completely.
Look out for the cell
compound bullshit! None of it helps! I can't even feel anything anymore! It's all just... It feels like static. Just noise! All the time! You don't fucking get it! It's not like you really care about me anyways! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! I need you guys so fucking bad, man! I can't take this anymore!
Hours pass. How many? She doesn't know. Too many.
Please! Let me out of here! It'll hurt. It'll hurt. Why is it so cold here? Are you trying to freeze me to death? Is that what you want, you freaks?
Hours pass. How many? She doesn't know. Too many.
I just want to go home.
Her body hurts all over. Her stomach's felt like a cauldron for what seemed like eternity. She can almost imagine little holes forming in her stomach lining as it cannibalizes itself. Okay, sorry. Alright. Sorry, my sister wanted me to babysit for her kids, so... Yeah. Alright, one minute. Alright, we're good. Hopefully. She likes to talk a lot. Cannibalizing itself. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe that was what required. Maybe that's what was required of Sheena. How hard could it be? She always heard that the force it takes to bite through a finger is little more than biting through a carrot. Her fingers are bony and thin, but look at the flesh on her finger where her nail fell off. Look how the bread glistens on the nibbled nail bed. Like cherry sauce on a sundae. Maybe it's delicious. Like heaven and life all at once, right on your tongue. Just as she begins to open her mouth, the door swings open, as if it was that easy for the whole time. The man stands there. His eyes are filled with a dark determination that's somehow more frightening than death to Sheena. I can get what you need, but you're going to have to help me with something first. Take this and come with me. He hands the girl an old, rusted kitchen knife and begins walking. She stares at it for a moment, stunned and whimpering. Then she follows. Uh-oh. There we go. Got all the memory stuff. Holy sheesh. That was scary. Something about it was so vivid and real. I'm out of breath. My fingers hurt too. I should get moving. There's gotta be something better through that other door. At the very least, I don't want to be here anymore. Okay. I think we're good. I'm still gonna go through all the memories again. Which way? Okay. I forgot to save too. Okay. Alright, okay. Just quit. Oh, I keep doing this on. I keep doing the wrong thing. Okay. We're all good. Alright.
Alright.
Go left. touching everyone fall after Rich. Okay, we're gonna save. And there we go. Okay. We're good. Myself. I think I'll exchange meat. Yes, watch Rich die.
You know about it?
Okay.
I'm okay.
I still really love Cox's voice actor. I hope that worked after this, because he was really good. Like, damn. Get a king. Graph. I'm curious though if there's a way to save your friends. Because they both still ended up dead. Getting all the memories didn't do anything for that.
Oh, what's the matter?
I want to save her, but nothing happens. I've lost myself, lost control.
Yes, your mother. Who would you?
No, unable to utter a word, I simply shake my head, trembling.
Prefer to let your imagination do the dirty work. Huh? Oh. You can watch her die in thousands and thousands of awful ways. A new scenario each time the thought of her death crosses your mind.
You're about to violate her. I want her.
You always smell delicious. How you grow the best by then.
Okay. again, just the two options presented aren't great, so I don't think there's actually a happy ending to this. Because I got all of the memories, and that didn't change anything. At least not that I know of. I could save here.
Yes, I will.
Off the church.
The one who treats so.
Silence. Long, agonizing silence. Then, she simply begins to laugh. And then, unconsciousness. And that's where the memories run dry. After that, I found myself here, confused and forgetting everything. If time still works how I'm used to, I'm in the present tense. Somehow, after things went dark, I ended up in this room.
No. No, it's not just a room. It's a womb.
Really, when you think about it, a womb is just a room. Think about it, but maybe not think about it too long, because you might get freaked out.
Or maybe just one that feels similar. Were the memories elucidating? Did they give me all the puzzle pieces that mattered? Maybe you figured out something that I can't?
No, not really. I can't. I don't know, somebody get Matt Pat on the phone. I think I need to conspiracy theorize. Because so far I got nothing. I mean, like, I get it's all supposed to be a metaphor for, like, depression and substance abuse and etc., but...
Not like you can tell me, I suppose. But understanding it'll really bring me peace anyways. Maybe. It wouldn't change the reality, though. The reality that from the moment I was born, I was in the clutches of a monstrosity that desired nothing more than to see me suffer. Me, and many others just like me, just as innocently, sat under the talons of a god that wants to bleed us dry and melt our brains with suffering. All my existence is, and could ever be, is an endless torrent of pain and misery. The positive moments were simply reprieves. I could fight all I want, but in the end, what am I? A tunnel rat running for its life, through a maze with no exit. An ant under the boot of a god.
Am I the god?
Would I have rather never
Then
existed
it's just
at all?
in God is gay.
Yeah. I think I would have rathered that. Being alive is, at least to me, about two things. Avoiding death and avoiding misery. And yet, they always come. I reach my hand to my eyes. They're gone. And yet I still see. All living things will die. And happiness cannot be appreciated without a contrast of sadness to give it value. It's a sick joke. Existence is supposed to be a gift. But it's not a gift. It's a burden. Guarantee that you will one day experience the worst things you'll ever experience. And that you'll die. Whoever built things that way is a sick monster that wants to watch its pawns bleed and scream until the rivers run red. Nothing was just fine until it was infected with the disease of becoming something. That's the truth of it all. And I see that now. Existence is simply pain. Paradise? Paradise is to be unborn.
That's so true, Queen.
It starts at the fingertips and the toes. The sensation of normality gives way to a numbness. Pins and needles stitching their way up my skin. The feeling of falling asleep on my arms or legs. It's slowly forming everywhere at once. And then fire. The numbness gives way to the feeling of flame cleansing the flesh. Individual nerves being shredded from a microscopic level. All that I ever was, and all that I am now, being ripped from the fabric of reality. Painfully, excruciatingly. I try to scream, but there's no sound. My vocal cords are gone, and so is my throat. Darkness tickles at the edges. My world dies around me. And then... nothing. Forever.
In a time and place far away in the past, a woman with dark hair wearing a hospital gown stands in a nursery room. She's covered in blood, tired, worn. She's lost a lot of herself along the way here. Weapon on the floor, sticky with blood and bodies.
Mommy's here, sweetheart. Mommy's here. I figured out what your name's going to be. Finally. Lizzie. That's your name. Lizzie. Better late than never, right? That was Grandma's name before she passed. She would have loved to meet you. Mom, too. I am so sorry for everything. I've really laid down, ruined everything for you, for me. I didn't really realize what I was doing until it was too late. I just needed to feel good, to feel something. At first, I thought I came here just to make Mom happy, stay for a week or two and bail, tell her it didn't help so she'd stay off my back. But no. I think a part of me really did want to stop. I knew I had to. Even with the cravings and the withdrawal. And then they told me about you. But I guess my chance for that is this place.
Yeah, I don't think there's any
in the pain.
real difference.
That's all life really is it? Long stretches of misery, spending all our efforts trying to escape it. Just what? It's misery. Oh, I say that, and yet maybe what I needed was a reason to care. Something or someone to care.
Yeah.
Misery be damned. I'm not done trying. You're in danger, and I'm getting you out of here. You're going home, Lizzie.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any secret ending. If that's the case, then... again, props to all the voice actor and everyone who worked on this. Great job, everyone. Well, you guys want to keep walking down here? It was a fun game. I will say there at the ending. I do kind of wish there was a way to keep your friends alive at least, or something like that. Maybe a secret ending or something, if you get all the memories. I don't know. The ending is a little bit lackluster. The rest of the game really makes up for it, in my opinion. Because I thought it was excellent. Sufficiently spooky. Some existential themes of dread. And a dog at the center of it all. Alright, well... this is what I'm meant to do now. Just walk down a tunnel till the end of time. There's gotta be something at the end of this. This is the way this to the secret ending. The door itself isn't scary, but change sure is. I've gotten so comfortable just walking and walking and walking. My stomach would hurt. Am I in? It's obvious going to experience some awful nightmare and all this. Get killed horribly violently somehow. What's the point? I've decided I'm just gonna keep walking as long as I can. Sure, it feels like the muscles in my legs are melting. Sure, my lungs are on fucking fire right now and I feel like I'm gonna collapse. But man, this is way better than going down the crappy skull for what I know of the creep dark tunnels. Fuck that. I want my comfortable dark tunnels. Yes, tunnels. I know like the back of my hand. I can keep scurrying here. I like scurrying here. Hee hee hee. Hee 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 hee. Am I just gonna be a tunnel dweller? A cave creature? That's what's gonna happen. I am the original cave creature. Lizzie, the newest cryptid. I'm sorry. You know, I should try walking on all fours. Yeah! I could also try killing myself. Bash my head against the wall until my head pops like a melon. I can add paint to the pretty blank wall. Ooh, I bet my brains would look scrumptious on it. Or I could scurry. I'll scurry and look for food. Maybe cheese. Or dead bodies. Or bugs. I just need to eat. Please, dear mother, let me eat. One woman sent into madness. Accept the creature way of life, Lizzie. Succumb to the urge. Return to monkey. You know, this is one hell of a secret. Yep, if you're just tuning in, this is all we're doing. We're just walking down a tunnel. I keep wandering in the tunnels for what felt like centuries. I wandered and wandered and wandered and wandered until I turned into a little rat. I kept scurrying. Oh no, I scurried and scurried until I starved to death in the depths of a place no one could ever find me. The madness of the rat race of life had claimed another. Oh, that rat tunnel in the beginning is like 10 times more horrifying. Oh, good God. Well, that is for Mother Matron. I got every ending. There we go. Congratulations, me.